Last day in Disneyland, day 5. It's an emotional moment. But no, we're gonna go to in between the two parks. Do as much as we can in a short amount of time. I think we're looking to finish up in the park around 4ish. Get back to the hotel, grab all our bags out of the hold and stuff, and just get ready to get picked up. And then we're on the home straight then, all the way back to Dundalk. It's looking like this is probably going to be the part of part 3. So well done if you're still here. If you're new, like and subscribe. I'm watching. But yeah, we'll get some stuff done today. Try and get you a bit of content. And yeah, see you soon.
A few moments later.
Okay, so it's currently about 12:15. We have had, hold my hand here if you want. Had a good day, haven't we, Shane?
Yeah, we had a very good day, guys.
We
met
we've met Aladdin, we met Winnie the Pooh and Eeyore. Hannah met Eeyore, so she was delighted. I'm gonna put a picture there. We also, who else did we meet? We met, what's her name? Ariel. Ariel from Little Mermaid. Well, we were hoping to meet Rapunzel, but I don't think we're gonna have time because she's only on at 4 o'clock, so we don't really have time for that. Don't we now? We don't have time for that one. We're gonna go on the magic carpets now. We went back to the animation studios and we ended up doing our 3rd drawing of the holiday. So we did Winnie the Pooh first, then we did Donald Duck, and then it just happened to be Winnie the Pooh again. It's just a random one. You kind of, the instructor picks it. So then while we met Olaf, we went and met Olaf with Shane. Hannah went back and she drew Mickey Mouse. We got the 2 artist drawings for that one. So that means we're going home with 3 of the Disney artist drawings at the minute. And we still have time, so we might go back and try and get another one. We're just amazing artists, let's be honest about it. Like, so yeah, we'll be getting the old Faber-Castell pencils and colouring them in. We're going to go on to the magic carpets now. And I will talk to you in a bit.
Peace.
So just finished the park. Last day in the park, done. We finished up there around 2 o'clock-ish. And then we went into the Disney store just to finish off and go in and get a pin. Yvonne's bag. Hannah's bag. Yeah, they kind of went on a spending spree, but we're on holidays, isn't it? So, went to Disneyland. Oh, I'm throwing away my poster. I'm throwing away the posters.
Shane's leg.
Right. Oh yeah, Shane got a Marvel book, colouring book. So, yeah, we went on a wee spending spree. But sure, that's what you do on holidays, isn't it?
It is indeed, my lady.
Yeah, that's what you do on holidays. So yeah, we are heading back to the hotel now. We will be there for about an hour, hour and a half, and then we will be getting picked up and taken to the airport. I will probably do another video before we get through the airport. What can I do now? Oh, park today, Star Wars show. So we watched what was it called? Legends of Star Wars, wasn't it, or something? Legend of the Galaxy. Star Wars Legend of the Galaxy parade. So I had them all. I will edit a video in now. we're just in the airport now, just coming through the shops and stuff. We got checked in, going through security. The security was a madness, but we got it done. High stress levels, but it's alright. Just with the amount of bags and different stuff, like Shane and different stuff with his wheelchair, getting through, a bit of a hassle, but all good now. So we have 2 hours before our flight, so we're on the home road now, so unfortunately we're not here for longer, but yeah, good trip. I'll be back talking to you hopefully before, if not be tomorrow, and give you kind of a overview or review of the trip, all in all.
One eternity later.
What's up, guys? We're back. It's now Friday. We landed back Monday evening, but just too busy the last couple of days, and wanted a few days kind of to gather my thoughts on the whole trip. So I decided I'd do this. It's now Friday, the 24th. We landed back on the 20th, so 4 days out. I'm going to go through different stuff about the trip and give you my opinion. So, starting off, the hotel itself, the Sequoia Lodge, when you walk in, straight away you feel like the place is secure. Like the security gate, there's 2 security on it, there's pillars there, so like you know that if you're not supposed to be there, you're not getting in. You feel like from the moment you get in, you feel safe, you feel like you're just going to enjoy your holiday, enjoy your trip. Top class security system when you're coming through. Scan the bags, like bag scanner, like airport level security here. Would recommend it, just for that, for the principle that you know that no one who's not supposed to be there is not going to be there. The hotel itself, receptionist, couldn't have done enough. I think we spent about a half an hour there with her. She was telling us everything that we needed to know, helping us out with Shane. Shane has a few bits and bobs that we needed to know about. She was very helpful, couldn't help us enough. Top class. The rooms, like you seen in video 1, rooms, each person had a double bed. Not many hotels do that. The hotel had a pool. Like just I would recommend the hotel. It was very nice, very nice hotel. The breakfast was lovely. The only downside of the hotel was the restaurant that they had for your evening meal, the Hunter's Grill it's called, was a kind of buffet. For me personally, I didn't like it. Some people would like it, some people don't. It's your preference. That's the downside for me, was I didn't prefer it. But at the same time, if you're going to Disneyland, the amount of restaurants there is just, you'll never be looking for one. Like you'll never be struggling to find somewhere to eat. The pool itself, cold, as you know from the previous video. Nice pool, good. They have a slide there, a jacuzzi. Outside of that, it's just your standard pool. Your showers. They give you towels on arrival, so you don't need to bring your own towel, which is a positive. So you have more space in your bags, really. That's really it in the hotel. The hotel provides a safe free of charge, hair dryers. The bathroom area is everything you need: shower, toilet, and then there's a separate area for your sink and mirrors, and there's a wardrobe and different stuff. Television, limited, but you're not in the room at all really, so you don't really need a television, to be honest. Then anything you need, the concierge desk is always open nearly. I think it closes at 11 or 12 o'clock at night, like, so like you'll have loads of time to go and talk to them if you need any help with anything. And once again, the staff are just so helpful. Anything you need, they're there and willing to help. Okay, so the park itself. So going into the park, once again you have to go through security, bag scanned, body scanner, make sure everything, like, you feel comfortable going into the area. After you go through security, you go into the Disney Village, which you only found out it was called the Disney Village like the first or second day. lots of shops, lots of restaurants, Lego store, well, obviously Disney stores everywhere you look. And in all the shops, staff tremendously helpful. If you do need, all of them are wheelchair accessible if that's what you need. Disney Village, there's a lot of restaurants there, a lot of shows there that if you are staying in the hotels you can go to. If you're not staying in the hotels you can still go to them, but I think there's a surplus charge. I'm not sure if that's what you're looking for. We went to the Wild West show, as you've seen. There's a cinema there, lots of stuff to keep you busy if you're not actually in the parks itself. The location of the Disney Village is right off, so if you're coming into the Disney Village from outside, and so Paris, the metro and the buses, you go directly and you're in the Disney Village. If you're staying in the hotels, Disney Village is your point of call. You go into Disney Village and then you split into either park, and when you're leaving either park you're back into the Disney Village, so it's very central to everything you need. It's a very nice spot, very nice spot, well decorated. You get that Disney vibe as soon as you're walking through it. The music, the atmosphere, the laughter, it's top class. So we're going to go with Disneyland Park first. Disneyland Park is your main park with the castle, all your old school Disney princesses, all that sort of stuff. I enjoyed it. A lot of stuff for the younger kids, and unless you go looking for specific stuff, there's a lot to look at. Personally I thought we'd get through the parks one day in each, but when you actually are there looking through stuff, it's crazy amount of stuff that you can do. There's so much to do. You could make a 7-day holiday, 8-9-day holiday, 10-day holiday even out of it if you really wanted to. The Disneyland Park, you go in, you go underneath the hotel, and you're automatically then into like a town centre, and it's all like, it's just, the Disney atmosphere is well and truly on by then, because you're after coming through the Disney Village. The music's going, everyone's laughing, you see everyone's in a good mood. That's one thing I noticed about the whole holiday. You rarely seen someone in a bad mood. Like I can't think of anyone I've seen like that was unhappy there. Even adults, parents, the dads, no one was unhappy. No one. The park itself, going through it, the castle, make sure you go under it. There's a surprise underneath it. Spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1, it's a dragon. So if you do get to go underneath the castle, it's not open all the time, I know that, but if it is open, take your chance and get in there and have a look at it. It's cool. It's a nice experience. So then you go through the castle, you're into the park itself. Then you have a couple of different areas. We ended up just kind of going, and on the first day we went straight through the park, just walking. Anything we seen and we wanted to go on, we'd go on. We'd just kind of get our bearings about us. My personal preference of where I liked the actual sets that they have built for like the Pirates of the Caribbean and Captain Hook and all that sort of stuff. It's well structured. You can see that there was effort put into the areas. The Skull Rock is well worth just spending 10, 15, even 20 minutes just walking around it, because there's Davy Jones' locker in there. You can go up to the top of the skull, you can look through the eyes of the skull, the mouth of the skull. Well worth doing. So there's a lot of stuff in that area. If you're not looking to go specifically on a ride, you can go around there and have a look at the sets. And it's the same in all the Disney park, but especially in the Pirates of the Caribbean, Peter Pan, Captain Hook sort of area. There is a park, there's the Skull Rock and the boat itself. We couldn't go on the boat while we were there. They said it was being repaired or something, I don't know. So if you get a chance to go on the boat, I would recommend it. Going then from the Pirates of the Caribbean area, you have to go down into kind of the Aladdin sort of vibe area. That's where we met the genie. I'm sure you've seen the picture of it. Then you go through there and you go into like a Wild West area. Cool area. That's where Big Thunder Mountain is. And we later found out that's where there's another ride, an Indiana Jones ride, that we didn't find because the park is actually so big that there's rides down different areas that you wouldn't notice. So that's why I'm saying if you were going for a week or even longer, you would find stuff to do. There's that much to do. It's very, very good. It's well worth going. The princess area, it's a small world area. The Fantasyland area, the teacups are cool, all that sort of stuff. Carousel, all them kind of things. We went on them because just they're nice to go on. Once again, like, because you're in Disneyland, everything, you can see the effort has been put into everything. You can see that all the sets are like designed to remind you of the movie. It's very, very good. The music that's playing, you feel like you're, the atmosphere, you feel like you're at the movie. The feeling of it. The other rides in there, there's a lot of rides. There's a lot of rides. I could go through them all, but I don't want the video to be too long, right? So the best thing, in my opinion, about Disneyland Park is the random shows that you'll find. You'll find random shows, like, it depends on the month, they change it every month, but the month that we went it was Frozen, so you'll catch lots of shows like this.
Hello, everyone. Come on, follow us. We could use all the help we can get.
And then obviously you have your Disneyland Parade, and then you have the fireworks, the Disney lights up. Both of them top class. If you haven't seen when we went to the Disneyland fireworks, that's video 2, that's part 2. So if you haven't seen it, go watch it. I will be putting up the full show, copyright pending, if I'm able to, after this video. So video 3, this part 3 will go out, and then a couple of days after I will put out the fireworks, so make sure you catch that one as well. That's well worth sitting down and watching. It's I think it's 17 minutes of worth of fireworks. It's well worth watching. You'll get the grips of it if you watch it. Other than the rides and the shows in there, it's just nice to walk around. The pricing of inside the park is the exact same to the pricing outside the park. There's no difference, which is a positive, because usually when you're stuck in the park you don't want to be buying anything, because it's just they put it up by €2-3 each, but it's not. It's the exact same prices all around Disneyland. It's the exact same price. There's no prices changing. The size of the park, you'll spend, if you enjoy Disney and you're into your Disney, you will spend, I would say, 2-3 days walking around that park looking for stuff to do and finding it, because every day there's different characters come out. And if you're looking for pictures with characters, if you're looking for pictures with characters, I would recommend, there's this thing, the app they use called Line Bertie, that'll tell you the main characters and you'll have to book with them, which is I don't understand, because I'd prefer if you just show up and line up, it's easier. But some of the characters you have to book on Line Bertie, so if you don't have Line Bertie, get Line Bertie before you go. The other ones you just kind of show up and queue up. Look on the Disneyland app. The Disneyland app will tell you who's going to be there that day, and I would recommend going to where they say they're going to be 5-10 minutes beforehand, because as soon as that character comes out, that line gets long. That line gets very long, and you could be ended up spending your whole day in the park waiting in queues, and it's hard enough waiting on queues for the ride. You don't want to be waiting on queues to get a picture with a character. So look on the Disneyland app and it'll tell you where they're going to be, and it's the same in Disneyland Studios, which we're going to go on to now. So Disneyland Studios, my personal preference out of the two parks. The rides in the studios, I feel I enjoyed a wee bit more. We went on Tower of Terror, which you know about. We went on the Finding Nemo and the Cars and Ratatouille. The Ratatouille one, for all ages and everyone, go on it. It's 4 or 5D cinema, whatever one you want to call it, but you will enjoy it. You will enjoy it. I didn't see anyone getting off saying that was terrible. It's a simple enough ride, but you're moving around. It's taking you through the movie as if you're the mouse, or the rat, sorry. That's what you want for all your family. Everyone can go on it right through. There's no height limit, no age restrictions, no requirements. Just go on it and go for it. It's well worth it. The Ratatouille area is actually quite cool. They have it all like done up as if you were in Paris, France, and the restaurants all around it. You have a few food vendors. You have a few food vendors around, and they all do different foods. Each one does a different type of food. You can try it. It's not very cool, very cool. The Ratatouille area is one of the better decorated areas, in my opinion. The Toyland area is very cool. Playland area. The Playland area is very cool, where they have the Toy Story stuff. You have the ride with the little action figures from Toy Story, where they take you up and as if you're parachuting down. Done that one with Shane. That's a good one. Then the toy car one is very good. We went on it, me, Paul and Shane. Very good. Recommend, if you're nervous about it, don't sit at the front, because you get hit with all the wind. You're breaking the wind. That's what we done. We sat at the front and you're getting blown away. So I'd say go row 2, 3, 4, go in the middle somewhere there. Alright, you go a little bit higher on, you're going backwards, but at the same time when you're going forwards, you're not taking the brunt of the wind. If you're at the back, you're not taking the brunt of the wind because of the back of the car, but if you're at the front, the wind is hitting you in the face. It's not uncomfortable. It's just if you're a bit nervous about going on it, I'd recommend sitting somewhere in the middle. Alright. To Find a Nemo ride, we went through it already in video 2, part 2. Very good. The objective of the ride is as if you're in that stream in the movie, I can't remember the name of it, where Nemo's with Crush and all them, or not Nemo, Nemo's dad and Dory are in with Crush, going through it to get to Australia. That's where that's the idea of it, that you're going through that little heat pocket, and well recommended. So as I said earlier, Studios is the exact same as the Disneyland Park and the Disney Village. Pricing does not change in there. So whatever you're buying, know that it's not going to fluctuate too much. The only place that we seen was a little bit cheaper, now I'm saying maybe 30 cents cheaper, is in the hotel gift shop as opposed to the Disneyland Park. It's about 30 cents cheaper in the hotel. It's not that big of a difference that you'll notice it. In terms of size, the Studios Park is a lot smaller, but I think that's because a lot of it was closed off because they're developing the Marvel area, which could be amazing. Because they're doing the hotel as well, so they're really buying into it. It's a massive franchise with them, so obviously they're going to put a lot of effort into it. So I think if we are going to go again, I think it's going to be whenever they announce that's opening. We'll go about a few months after that, because I'd really like to go and see that. I'd say it'd be an amazing build, because there's a lot of action going on behind the boards that they have going up at the minute. Disneyland Studios, or Walt Disney Studios, the shows in there are very Star Wars dominant because of the Star Wars movie that's out at the minute. The shows, as you've seen earlier in video 1 and 2, is they put a lot of effort into the shows. Disneyland probably pride themselves in the shows. So if you are a parent going with kids that are looking to go on the rides, but you personally don't want to go on the rides, still go. The shows are worth going for. The Frozen show that's in there, they have a Frozen sing-song. That's in part 2, I believe. If you've seen that, go watch it. It's very good. The characters play the roles very well once again. The effort that's put into the shows that Disneyland run are second to none. They pride themselves in them. Very well worth watching. Very entertaining. You don't notice how long you're in there for, or how long you're watching the shows for either, because you're just in the moment enjoying it, and that's the best way to enjoy Disneyland, in my recommendation. Just go with no plan in mind. Just go, pick a park, and just enjoy going around it. If you see something, stop and watch it. If you go with a plan, you'll find yourself rushing and trying to get it done, and it's so unpredictable, the queues and the lines, it's so unpredictable. So I would recommend, if you are doing that, plan it, but have it flexible. Don't over plan it, because you don't know how the park's going to be on a certain day, because schools are off, or there's a school trip in, or just the park does be full all the time. All the time. We were told January's the quiet time. It's not. I doubt there's a quiet time for them. So, overall review. Disneyland Park. Very good. Princesses. If you have young kids, it's better. If you have, I would say, 10 to 16-year-old kids, there's enough there to keep them happy. The bigger rides there are Hyperspace Mountain, Big Thunder Mountain. You'll get a lot of them, keep them happy. It has everything that you'd need. The shows as well, everything for your family. Same with the Walt Disney Studios, there's enough there to keep every part of your family happy. The rides for the smaller kids, there's rides for the bigger kids. There is an art class in Walt Disney Studios that we went to, I think it was 4 times. It's very enjoyable because you learn how to draw the characters. Do it. Just, no matter if you can draw or not. I'm terrible at drawing, so is a lot of us, but we enjoyed it. Hannah was the only one who got the hang of it. Shane got the hang of it as well, but the rest of us just did it for the fun of it, and it is thoroughly enjoyable. Thoroughly enjoyable. I recommend that one. If you're going, I would recommend going and trying to get a half board. That's what we did, so you were able to go to different restaurants each night and try and experience every different restaurant in Disneyland. So we went to the Steakhouse, we went to Annette's Diner, we went to the Wild West show, which you've seen, and then we went to the Hunter's Grill the 4 nights that we were there. All of them had different positives, all of them had things I would change, but that's just me. I'm not going to tell you which restaurants to go to, which ones to not go to, because you need to go and try them and experience them for yourselves and find out which ones you like, because I may not like it, but you do. So I'm not going to tell you what not to do, what to do. I'm just giving you my opinion on them. So the Hunter's Grill was a nice buffet, but didn't have a lot of stuff that I liked. Annette's Diner, the burger was lovely. The only thing I would change about it would be, to be honest, the size of it. I couldn't, I literally had to cut it in half and then squish it down, because the burger was that big. I couldn't unlock my jaw to take a bite out of it, to eat it like a burger, if you understand what I'm saying. The Wild West show wasn't, the food wasn't anything special. It was I think it was a chicken leg and a rib. and then a few potatoes. That's it. It was as if you were in the Wild West, to be honest. So the food in there, they did lovely nachos to start off with though. They did do lovely nachos to start off with though. So yeah, if you are doing that one, just be prepared that if you're not feeling chicken, that you're going to need to have something else after it. The steakhouse food was lovely. The steak was lovely. We got I think it was a sirloin. I think it was lovely steak. The starter was a carpaccio. Never had it before. Tried it. Was nice. But that's what you're seeing in the previous video. It was nice, but there was stuff that you wouldn't try in it. So I never would have tried carpaccio in my life. Nice. Maybe would get it again, because it was lovely. It was actually very enjoyable to eat. But yeah, restaurants, there's any amount of them to pick from, any amount. So if you are going half board, get your breakfast. The breakfast in the hotel was lovely every morning. Anything you wanted, pastries, pancakes, cereals, fry. They had a fry there if you did want it. But lovely, lovely food. And if you wanted anything extra, the staff there, more than helpful, more than helpful. I'd recommend, if you are going for the Disneyland experience, to stay in the park itself. I did it before where we stayed in Paris, and it was an hour bus journey out. So if you are going just for Disneyland, go and stay in Disneyland, get the full experience of it. If you're going for Paris and you're going to visit Disneyland, then okay, go into Paris and get the bus journey out. But if you're going for the Disneyland experience, stay in the park. That's my biggest recommendation. It made it so much more enjoyable. The experience was so much better. Made me want to go again, as opposed to the last time when I was going. I was like, oh, it's going to be a bit of a hassle going to this. But no, if you're going, stay in the park, you'll enjoy it. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the 3 vlogs. Disneyland Paris was very enjoyable. I hope you got that vibe. I hope you enjoyed watching them. If you did, please like and subscribe to videos. If you haven't watched all 3 of them, the links will be at the end of this video. Please go and watch them. Outside of that, guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to start doing my regular vlogs now. So hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe. Bye.